Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be reviewing the Land Rover Discovery Sport. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Land Rover here in Lehigh for giving me some time with this Discovery. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, you need any help, just ask for Jordan. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed automatic. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 246 horsepower and then 269 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see the Discovery logo front and center, and you got that blacked out trim piece there towards the back section. Love the headlight design on it. I think that looks really sharp. I noticed how everything's all blacked out, that's not body painted, so that also gives it a more aggressive appearance. But there's the front end. Now on the side here, our steering wheel setup is 235 by 50 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. And we've got these blacked out wheels, this particular package. You see the brake calipers painted red. And then you've got the body painted fender flare there. You got that little blacked out accent piece with the Discovery logo. Blacked out mirror cap as well, and if we take a few steps back, here's the side profile. And this of course leads us to the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function, the opening for the hatch. Land Rover logo on the back, it's covered by a label, but it's there. And storage area is actually pretty good in this Sport. Again, the Sport's the smaller Land Rover, but got a cargo cover built in from the factory and decent amount of space. It looks like it's kind of similar in size to like a Toyota RAV4, for example, so I don't know, I think that's pretty darn practical. When you're all done, just press that and that will lower the hatch right back down. Really cool looking taillights here in the back, and then you guys can see the Discovery logo there. Again, all of our parking sensors here at the bottom. And, well, that's the rest of it. And if you're wondering in terms of scale, Discovery Sport, Defender, the Defender is quite a bit bigger, but hope that gives you an idea. Anywho, popping into the rear, we've got soft touch trim here at the top and down below. Pretty cool design. That's cool with the handle right there as well. Then here are the seats, pretty rugged looking. Quickly pop in. Legroom back here, it's good. Got a storage pocket. Let's see here, charging port action. We've got heated seats for the rear. We've got our vents back here, USBs, all of that. And then with the boxier design, good headroom. And this leads us up front. Same thing with the soft touch trim all over. You get your memory seat function as well. All of our window controls, the mirrors, power fold in. Blind spot ring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. Nice trim. All of our adjustments there on the side. See the soft touch trim here, and then also on the dash as well. Now take a look at the steering wheel. You guys can see nice trim all around. Paddle shifters there on the back for that 9-speed. Bunch of practical controls in the front, including for the center screen, voice command controls. You've got adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel button as well. Just a generally nice design. Traditional stocks here on the back. And then you guys can see here with the gauge cluster, it is digital. We can scroll through and see different bits of information on different systems within the car. You can also customize the gauge cluster as well. Got Land Rover's cool 360 camera system. You even have a fun 3D view with it as well. But yeah, really good system. Fills in underneath the vehicle, has all that. As for the rest of the infotainment system, again, this is a more modern unit that Land Rover has. Everything's built into the screen now. So like, you know, if I want to change the drive mode, for example, that's in the screen. Climate controls are in the screen. You said pretty much everything is built into this little tablet. Heads-up display. You've got nice soft touch trim all around, and then we've got pretty good storage here. Got this little storage area as well with the USBs and everything. I think this is pretty cool what they've done here with the trim. And then this, if I remember right, pops up. There we go. So you got more storage underneath there. Shifter for the 9-speed. Some cup holders. You got the center console, the square design. Nice trim here on the top. Camera rear view mirror as well. And then we've got a panoramic sunroof. So here's our window sticker for this Discovery Sport S. After all options, $56,543 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it performs. let us set off in this Disco Sport. Remember, that's at least what I would call it when I worked at a dealership. We call it Discos and Disco Sports. Mini Disco is actually what I called it. Are you trading in your Disco or your Mini Disco? So, seat comfort's good right off the bat. Love the camera system. I still think Land Rover has one of the best in the car industry, and that's why, you know, manufacturers like Toyota, for example, are copying them because of how good their camera system is. But, you know, right off the bat, what I'll say is smooth. It's definitely smooth. And see how the torque is here. Yeah, pretty good. A little bit concerned with the size of the engine in a Land Rover, but it's actually not bad. Not bad at all. And although this doesn't have the floaty suspension of, say, a Defender or a Range Rover Sport, for example, it's still pretty darn comfortable. And the thing that I like about this compared to other, you look at other luxury SUVs in this segment, so like BMW X1 is around this price point. It would be Audi Q5 would be around this price point as well. Lexus NX. This has a more comfortable, luxurious feel with the ride, with the interior being a little bit more open. I don't see those very often. Why? Because they break all the time. Still cool cars though. But yeah, it just drives well. It just drives well. And noise insulation is pretty good too. It's not crazy loud or anything like that. So I think that's another plus with this. It's a smooth ride, it really is. Yeah, the suspension's good. I think it's pretty solid. Not floaty, but it's good enough, if you ask me. Getting into it a little bit here. Oof. I mean, it gets up and moves. I wouldn't call it quick by any means, but it gets up and moves. It seems like it's decently competitive for the segment. So, yeah, in summary, I like the Disco Sport. I think the problem with this car is that people don't look at the segment this competes in. They just look at the brand. They just go, oh, it's a cheap Land Rover. It's like, okay, it's a more affordable Land Rover, I get it, but look at what this competes against, right? Land Rover is basically saying, hey, we know that not everyone can afford a Sport or a full-size or a Defender, but some people still want the Land Rover experience. So we'll offer that in the entry-level luxury segment, which is what this is. And so when you look at this as an entry-level luxury SUV, it's unique, it drives well, and I would say that, yeah, more than competitive within the segment that it competes in. So you got to look at it from that perspective rather than going, oh, it's just a cheap fake Land Rover. Because I've heard people say that stuff, and it's like, okay, whatever, say what you want, but I see it as a solid entry-level luxury SUV. Let me know your thoughts.